The game was exciting for football fans, but like every other year, even casual viewers were entertained by the commercials, like my parents. With us to discuss the best of this year's ads is AOL Consumer Advisor LaToya Drake. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
We had some fun commercials this year, but the big question is, did they live up to the hype?
Absolutely. And you know, this year's ads were met with so much buzz. There was so much pre-game buzz around the ads. And what we're asking ourselves now is, was it worth it? So we took a poll at Fan House. It was a real-time poll, and we're looking at which ads resonated for viewers. And it was actually some of the Doritos spots that were #1. The spot with the little boy and his mom's boyfriend is top of the list, and also Betty White, everybody loves her. We're not seeing the ads that had the most buzz, like the Tim Tebow ad, showing up in the top 10. So there's a little debate. Did the buzz pay off? Is it one that resonates for viewers if you got so much pregame buzz?
What's your theory on why those Doritos ads and some others resonated while others did not?
You know, they were very lighthearted, and they also encouraged you to participate, if you will. Doritos, for instance, wants viewers to go to their site after the game and also vote for their favorite. The Tim Tebow ad, you probably expected it to be a little more serious than what it was. It was a lighthearted ad. Once you saw it, it was kind of like, oh, okay, that's not what I was expecting. It was very light. Let me see something else.
What about social media? Some of these ads were leaked. There was stuff going on online leading up to the Super Bowl in relation to the ads. How did that play out when it came to viewers turning in and what they thought?
Well, if an advertiser is going to make the decision to spend upwards of $3 million on an ad, they really want to see the shelf life extended for that ad. So you saw them going to Facebook earlier on in the game. Take, let's see, Budweiser, for instance. They suggested that the Clydesdales would not be making an appearance at Super Bowl. They created a Facebook page, allowed you to go vote. Clydesdales were there. That was the ad that we saw show up tonight in the ads. So they wanted to engage you, just not during the game, but before the game and also after the game, which is what we see with Doritos, asking you to go and vote for your favorite ad.
People want to be involved.
Absolutely.
You mentioned $3 million. What about, how much did that get you? How long of a time? And then what about the companies that opted out this year?
Well, we saw a 30-second spot for the $3 million. Now, this year we saw companies like GM and also Pepsi opting out, because in this economy, you have to figure $3 million is quite an expensive buy, and it's not something you want to spend to just remind people that you're here. We all know Pepsi. We know they're not going anywhere. Maybe a Super Bowl spot doesn't get them much. But on the other side of that, we're seeing advertisers, take TurboTax, for instance. They didn't buy a Super Bowl spot, but what they did was by advertising on a site, a fan site, that tends to draw a lot of eyeballs. So they know that 99 million people last year went on the web to rewatch the commercials. So they bought sites on places like fanhouse.com where people are rewatching the commercials. So the eyeballs are on the game and also on the web as well.
So just in case you missed it live, you didn't DVR it, you can catch it online.
Absolutely, absolutely. They're real time, and they're going to have a shelf life after tonight, after tomorrow, after the rest of this week. You can always see those ads and kind of relive the moment, and you'll be reminded again this year, next time this year, we'll be reminded what were our favorite ads again.
All right, very good. LaToya, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.